Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Gertrude wanted to say hello, apparently. But today we are continuing on with restoring this 1951 greenhouse, or we're thinking it's around 1951. So what we're doing today is finishing up trying to clear and clean up everything that we started the other day. It's a big job, so this is gonna take us some time to kind of work on this project. Jay and I have been looking. Jason's my husband. We've been looking at all the ways that we can kind of restore it and bring it back to what it was before it kind of fell apart. The bones of the structure is actually pretty good, even though the roof is leaking right now and there's just a mess inside. Once we started cleaning it up, it's actually not that bad. So we're looking forward to actually putting this back together and kind of coming up with some really fun ways to make it look like it did back in the 1950s. So this will be interesting to see how it all comes about. So yeah, we're just gonna clean and we're gonna take you along with us. And I've been loving everybody's comments from the last video. If you missed that one, if you missed last week's video when we started this project, I'd suggest that you go back and check that out. We'll try and link it here for you. Yeah, she's gonna be really cute. I think when she's done, I can see it now. It's all in my mind's eye. All right, so I gotta find some gloves. I don't know what I did with them, but we're gonna go gloves and start cleaning, sorting. Today we have a much drier weather, so I'm gonna be able to pull some things out, which is gonna make it so much easier. I did go buy a couple totes and just to sort through some things and just be able to put like some of the chemicals and things like that that have been here that are still good, and we'll just sort through those and make headway with clearing it out so we can see everything, get things repaired. Okay, so what we're gonna do first is start by, you can tell there's just this entourage of chemicals that have been here probably for years, and we're just gonna kind of sort through them. We like to go as natural and as organic as possible when we're farming, so some of these are not organic, so we're just gonna kind of weed through what is what and figure out what we're gonna do with everything. So we've got a couple totes. We're gonna start loading things in there so they're in a secure spot, and then find a home for them. So we'll get to work. So this is really cool. We're gonna use some of this in that little square in the middle of the floor just to bring that soil back to life. But this is a soil conditioner by Live Earth. We've had them on our podcast before. This is just a really, really nice addition when you're dealing with soil that is dead, like this soil is. Anything organic, Brayden, I'm thinking that we put in one tote. Anything that's something that we potentially would not use that's non-organic, we put in the other tote. So that's what I'm thinking. I wish I had some rubber bands. We could just kind of like, you know, twine it up. Just cleaning out from underneath here, and I can tell there's some of the old panes from the original house. And we also have a whole bunch of, these are rings for wine barrels that have come off, and they make really good yard art. So you can see why they probably kept them in here. You can drill them and put them like orbs hanging from a tree or something like that. It's really cool. So we have a whole bunch as well at the Crowley house. We just have to find a place for them. I'm gonna see what this glass looks like. Well, you can tell that this one is one that's probably for like one of the sections on the top, I guess. I don't know where that would go. Anyways, there's one. There's a whole bunch more that are just broken, which obviously are just gonna have to go in the garbage. And I think most likely all of this is just gonna go in the junk pile, and we're just gonna replace it with something else because there's only a few panels here, but it just kind of shows you kind of what was here prior, which is really cool. Anyways, okay, we'll have to get these out of here and figure out where we're gonna junk them at. Here's some other ones, actually. Little tiny panes that probably went in the little windows above here on either side. This might be kind of handy just for measurement and cutting, but we might be able to use these for sure. We'll see if we can find more. Digging under there with the glass, I found this really cool, looks like a shelf, a glass shelf that they probably would have had, you know, smaller things like, I don't know, violets or things like that would have been popular to grow back then. I haven't found the bracket or where it would have gone, but I think it got kind of oversprayed maybe with some of the paint at one point of white paint, and so it's kind of needs cleaned up for sure. But really nice thick glass on this one. I think we might be able to find a home for it. That would be kind of fun. I'm just put it in a safe place. So Jay, it looks like we have 2 usable glass panes. Actually, at closer look, the other pane has a slight crack in it, so that won't be used. I don't think we're going to be able to use any of these panes. We're just going to have to start from new, which is kind of a bummer because I would have liked to just at least had 2 matching for either side of the door, but oh well. Maybe this other pane, at least we can maybe do something with it. I don't know. We'll see. All right, I got to get a wheelbarrow to take these panes out, and then looks like we have just some wooden frames of some sort. Maybe went to the old rabbit hutch. So Brayden, I'm thinking that you just take anything that is kind of bright and colorful and kind of find a spot for it. You can just design it however you want, and then I kind of want to group it pretty tight so that we don't have like, you know, so we have some open shelves so that Jason can kind of see what needs to be done. And then as we start to redo the roof and all that kind of stuff, we can kind of box things up and move them out. I feel like today is going a lot slower than last week. And it's kind of like at that point where you're moving things from one area to the next. And you're kind of like, I don't know what to do with this. Some of this stuff is not mine, so I just can't throw it away, even though I probably would. So I'm just kind of going through trying to make like doing piles of like things. And then as we kind of look at the structure and see what needs to actually happen or do, then we're able to move some of this stuff out, especially when the weather turns a little bit nicer, then we'll be able to do that. But for now, I think I'm gonna have Brayden kind of organize like all the colorful things into one area and all the terracotta, which is my vibe, I love terracotta, into another group. And then maybe a pile with like, I don't know what to do with it. It's kind of junk to me, but it might be treasure to somebody else. And then all of it, there's like tons of sprinkler system things, parts and pieces that not exactly sure what I want to do with. Some of it might come in handy this summer, but yeah, and then there's just a lot of junk. This is the hard bit. All right, back to work. So the plan is we're gonna kind of get some of this dirt kind of leveled out there. You can tell animals, probably squirrels and things like that, have dug holes. I don't know what's been in there, but we're gonna level it a little bit. And then I'm just gonna go along with a broom and kind of sweep the perimeter here and just kind of see what we have. The other thing I'm gonna do is go ahead and move all the pots that are in this like little rectangular garden space that's in the middle of the greenhouse. I'm gonna move all those pots up onto the shelf here so we can just have a clear space to walk. And then we're gonna take the garbage out, and that's about it today, I think. And then we'll see where we're at when we're done doing all that. What is it?
It's a pipe.
Ooh, like a water pipe?
Yeah.
Ooh, okay, well, see if we find anything else.
A lot of sand.
It's a very sandy soil here, actually.
Water line here.
Oh, really? Oh,
So,
maybe that
then-
piece that you found went to that.
It was probably went over there, and then this.
That's an
is a
on-off
hose.
valve. Turn it on, see what happens.
It's stuck.
Oh, it's stuck?
Yeah, it's old.
Oh my gosh. I wonder if that works.
So,
And then it goes, wait, where does it go out?
I don't know.
It goes to right there. Look, behind the bench.
What?
It elbows out.
It goes down.
Oh, and it goes down. I bet you this goes to your island. The island garden. Because there was a water fountain.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, that's gonna be really cool. These thin pieces of brick. These are kind of cool.
It's red.
I don't know where they would have come from. All right, so we've made another big dent in this, even though we were just talking about how it doesn't really look like it. But like I said, this project is it's gonna take us until spring to get it fully redone and everything gone through. We made all of our little piles and got it all organized that way, which is really cool. The one thing we're running into is down underneath these benches is a lot of soil that animals have kind of like, I'm assuming like gophers and squirrels and things over the years have kind of dug tunnels, and so it's like lifted the soil up. So we're gonna have to come through here and kind of remove some of this. We didn't want to remove too much of it today, partly because I need to get access with like a wheelbarrow and all kinds of stuff to get it out of here, and it's a little bit more than what we want to take on today. So we'll probably pick that back up next video. We're gonna continue on here with just a few more things. I've got this little bucket right here full of a mismatch of things. So I gotta go through this and get it up on the shelf, and then this guy here has gotta go dump. And my goal is to kind of clear this whole bed out, other than the brick is gonna stay here for now.
welcome to this old greenhouse. Now, Beth wanted me to put some plastic over this window, so I just found some clear plastic that we had in the garage, kind of doubled it up, and I just stapled it over the hole for now, because eventually I'll come back through here and try and maybe put fiberglass or real glass panes back in the window, or maybe even build a brand new one. Because you can see both of these windows are kind of covered up, so it'd be nice to eventually be able to put glass back in those and make it beautiful again.
Well, that's it for this week's video. Please join us again next week as we continue this project. We would love to have you tag along, so if you haven't yet, please subscribe. Give us a big thumbs up. Let us know what you think of this project. Any little tidbits that you might have to add or thoughts on the design, we would love to hear from you. So leave us a note in the comments, and until next week, much success in all you do and grow, and we'll be seeing you shortly back here at Crowley House Flower Farm and Nursery, the Orchard Heights project. All right, we'll see you later. Bye-bye.